Okay, Nagelvanen everyone, and welcome to a first impression video of a game called Fighting Fantasy Classics. I'm on full screen right now because before I begin, I actually want to give just a few or maybe small handful of shout-outs. I want to give a shout-out to one of my newest subscribers and friend here on YouTube, called his channel name is Magica Addict, and also I want to give a shout out to Xenak, to Ari's Adventures, to Grumpy Scamp, to Ayina the Khajiit, to, I think his name is Elfwin. Let me double check that though. He does a lot of Elder Scrolls Let's Plays, which is also what Magica Gaming or Magica Addiction does as well. Okay, yeah, Elfwin. Okay, yeah, he does a lot of Elder Scrolls, but also does Baldur's Gate 3. A very cool person. And who else can I shout out? Shout out Summer Cherry. Oh, and also a big shout out to my good longtime friend here in YouTube land. Is Mike from Mike Plays Games, and I want to bring him up specifically because he's doing Let's Plays again, not just live streams, but he's doing Cyberpunk 2077 right now. So if all you guys could please head on over to Mike Plays Games channel, I'm going to leave links down below. If you guys could check out all of these people, please subscribe to them. Check out Mike Plays Games. Check out his his past live streams, and also his current Cyberpunk Let's Play. It starts off with live stream, I think, for the first episode, and then from second episode on is recorded. I think he has maybe a couple or so recorded already, and he's setting them on schedule, putting them on a schedule, like how I'm doing it as well. I recommended that too, so I think he thought that was a good idea also, so that's why he's going to take a page from me on that. Okay, so did I miss anyone? Also, I want to shout out Cinematics, my good friend Chris, and I think that is good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let me now up there. Okay, there we are. There we go. Oh. Okay, here we are. This game was free. What did I say? Fighting Fantasy Classics, and it looks like there's a multitude of games on here. And what caught my interest is it looks like they're almost like choose your own adventures and classic, dice rolling games, something like a Baldur's Gate 3, or classic tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. And this one was free, but then I saw that there was a pack. I did notice it said DLC, so I'm not sure if I'm getting any of these games or if the DLC is just an add-on to this, and this is the core game. This one is the one that caught my eye specifically. The Forest of Doom. Oh, what? Was it locked? Is that what that means? I think that's what that means. Oh, I have to purchase it. This one really interests me, but okay, I think I have everything the way I like it. Oh, here, and I get to pick my portrait and player name. Guess this one sort of looks like me, but I guess that could also be me. These are so cool. So it's free for just, you know, like the core lobby of it with just like one free game. Oh, Rhino, this is like, is it Rocksteady and Bebop? Bebop was the pig. Oh, this is also kind of like me. Okay, I suppose we can go with that. And I'll go with Falagar. Do I just, what do I do? Is that it? Keep it? What's this? Home. Oh, this is home. Okay, history and rules. Okay, this is a first impression video, and I'm just gonna dive in and play this. Install! Alright, hold on. Oh, look at this. It just requires 30 megabytes, so it's like quick. I think it's quick. I mean, 30 megabytes, come on. I like his background, you know, being a tavern, but I know there's different sounds I can use. Okay, let's start this. Wow. Bloodbones. Bloodbones is a fighting fantasy game book, an interactive adventure, yeah, like a choose an adventure as well, in which you are the hero. Oh, this takes me back. You can win only by choosing the correct path, finding equipment, avoiding traps, and surviving combat. Before embarking, I think you guys know of these books, these like endless quest books, which is like a Dungeons and Dragons choose own adventure book series, and choose own adventures. Time Machine, so many different ones. Then there was the Super choose own adventures. Okay, before embarking on your adventure, you must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses with a series of dice rolls. I'll create my own character. These attributes are recorded on your adventure sheet and include stamina, skill, luck, and your starting gold pieces. Yeah, there was a game kind of like this. I think there was also Zork. There was one other, which now I cannot remember, but you also roll up a character. And I cannot remember, but you have to get through this maze. And I have the book somewhere. I do have it somewhere. But anyways, you can map it out, you know, and it tells you, I guess you get graph paper, and it, you know, it tells you if you're going, you know, north, north, east, whatever. You get into fights, and it's on the honor system, and you have to actually have dice, and I think they're just, you don't have to have anything too, you know, too intricate. You don't need like D20s or anything like that, D4s, but just, you know, your standard 6-sided dice. I think 2 of them maybe, and then you roll them up to see if you hit the creature or if you miss. But I could be wrong. Maybe you do need like a D20 or something. I can't remember, but not the whole, you know, set of dice. And whether you hit, miss, you know, take damage, cause damage, it's all up to you. You're like I said, it's like the honor system, and you're also like a DM to yourself, but you don't have to make up the stories, but you do have to follow a set of rules, you know, who attacks first and stuff like that. Before making your rolls, you must choose from one of 3 difficulty settings. Oh, and the thing about that book is, I think in the back of it, you can actually order in, and you have to send in some money. I think it's really small, like maybe a few bucks or so. And it has like a cheat book telling you which choices and which paths to go to get out of the labyrinth. So isn't that something? You must choose from one of 3 difficulty settings. This gamebook has been designed for optimum challenge on the adventurer difficulty mode. For newcomers to fighting fantasy, we recommend adventurer or free read modes. For experienced readers already familiar with printed versions of this gamebook, we recommend a hardcore hero mode. Yeah, we'll stick to that. Play Bloodborne as it was intended. Your starting stamina and initial gold pieces are... How do I turn the page? How do I do this? Oh. You have chosen Adventurer difficulty mode. Before continuing, you must calculate your initial stamina. Your stamina score reflects your general constitution, your will to survive, your determination, and overall fitness. The higher your stamina score, the longer you will be able to survive. You must roll 2 dice and add 12 to the number rolled. This is then entered in the stamina box on your adventure sheet. Stamina will go up and down during your journey, but if your stamina falls to 0, you die. Interesting that it's stamina, not health. You die and your adventure is over. If your stamina is getting low, remember to eat some of your provisions. Yeah, I will roll for stamina. That's really good. Okay, stamina of 23. I dig it. Your skill reflects your swordsmanship. Can I use magic? And general fighting experience. The higher, the better. Your starting skill is determined by rolling 1 die and adding 6 to the number. This is then entered in the skill box on your adventure sheet. Your adventure sheet can be accessed at any time during the menu at the bottom of the screen. Okay. 12. It's fantastic. I'm doing exceedingly well. Next, determine your luck. How naturally lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy world you're about to explore. Your starting luck is determined by rolling 1 die, adding 6. Okay, yeah. Hey! What is going on here? Okay, the amount of gold pieces in your possession is determined by rolling 2 dice, adding 12 to the number. This is then entered in the gold pieces box. Let's do it. Okay, 5. That's, you roll 5 plus 12. Okay. So I just got lucky. Now you must prepare... Oh yeah, your adventurer's equipment. You begin your adventure with a sword, backpack, tinder, gold pieces, and a lantern to light your way. Oh, I love just that description right there. It's just a short sentence, 1 paragraph, and just short sentence, and it speaks volumes about what you're carrying and stuff, and your imagination takes it the rest of the way. You begin your adventure with a sword, backpack, tinderbox, gold pieces, and a lantern to light your way. Rationing your provisions is key to a successful adventure. They may be consumed at any time, excluding combat, by accessing the adventurer sheet. Each meal restores 4 stamina. Be sure to pay close attention to your stamina and restore it regularly. In Bloodbones, you begin your journey with no provisions, regardless of your chosen difficulty level. During your quest, you may encounter characters and items that alter your 3 scores, stamina, skill, and luck. Usually, these scores may only ever be restored to their initial amount. On very rare occasions, a particular page may grant an effect that defies this rule. Aside from these occasions, some magic items may also allow you to exceed your initial scores. Yeah, okay, so it's like, what is it, like a health potion in some role-playing games that not restores your health, but like take Skyrim, for example, it say your hit points are only like 100, and this one will restore your health plus give you 50 more. You know, so you have like a what's the opposite of a deficit? But you have an excess of 50 more hit points, right? Once you have readied your equipment, there's one more thing you should know. During the adventure, you will notice that hours will pass at key points, usually when you have been doing something for a considerable length of time. This is very important, as will become apparent as your adventure progresses. Try not to allow too many hours to pass onward. Let's do it. Oh, look, and a bookmarked adventurous. Oh. Oh, shh. What about my gear? I don't have a map yet. Any way to look at the inventory? Place bookmarks. Place one of your bookmarks to save the game. One of your bookmarks to save the game at the current. Okay, I get that. Okay, so let's take that off. It all started 10 years ago when the evil pirate lord Cinnabar murdered your family. At the time, you were only 12 years old and lived with your family in a small fishing village of Clam Beach on the northern coast of Redlestone, halfway between the two major ports of the kingdom. Harebnaba, home to your lawful adventurers and sailors, and sinister ports of crabs. You know what? I have a different sound effect because foreboding forest. Icy tundra, dungeon delve, stargazing, stalking danger, haunted hallways, superhero swing. Alright, I'm gonna go with that for now. As far as I know, I'm still in a tavern, right? Ports of crabs. Life in Clam Beach was not easy, but it did have a peaceful security about it. And then the terrible day came. It was a clear summer and warming. I like how it's like big and I can read it easily. And warming when the huge forbidding black galleon sailed into the bay, flying the dreaded flag of the skull and crossbones. Pirates. So this is like a pirate's thing. Pirate story. The bloodthirsty cutthroats were soon racing up the beach towards the village. The fighting was swift and bloody. Soon most of the grown folk of Clam Beach had been killed, your father and two siblings dying while trying to defend the village. In the end of the village elders had no choice but to surrender to the marauding raiders and open the village's meager treasure coffers. The cruel pirate captain came ashore. How do I turn page? You know? Oh, look at that. You literally just grab it and then you pull it to the left or right. From this ship to collect the booty himself, the sight of him filled you with awe and fear. The pirate was a tall, handsome man with a neatly trimmed, pointed black beard and his hair tied back in a ponytail. He was dressed in the clothes of a nobleman, with a fine scarlet coat, trimmed with gold braid, and wearing a large tricorn hat. And his wrist and his waist hung a gleaming cutlass, and you could not help noticing that on the back of his right hand was tattooed the image of a grinning black skull. When the raiders had finally gone, filled with feelings of hatred for those who have murdered your family, you asked Ragai, the village soothsayer, Ragai, who the pirate captain was. That villain is one of the most evil men ever to sail the 12 seas of Titan, was his vehement reply. He is one of the most feared pirate lords of our age, a creature without remorse, a murderer, and a follower of the bloodthirsty voodoo death god, Kuskari. whose mark is the black skull. He is Cinnabar, but because of the terrible atrocities he commits, he is also known as Bloodbones. This is so great. From that moment, you vowed that one day you would have your revenge on the evil Cinnabar. And it has pictures. I dig it. Your mother became ill soon after that dreadful day, and 3 years later she died. On your 16th birthday, you left Clam Beach and made your way to Hababnab, gaining the position of cabin boy on a ship traveling to the distant continent Alancia. For the last 6 years, you have sailed all across the globe, but you never forgot the promise you made to yourself a decade ago. But over many voyages, you have tried to learn as much as you can about the rogue captain. You discovered that Cinnabar's galleon and the Virago is frequently seen sailing in the waters around Nankanu Bay, and that he has a hidden base somewhere close to the port of Crabs. You also gleaned as much information as you could about the notorious city, and so when you decided that you were at last ready to confront your enemy, and the chance of passage on a merchant ship sailing to the port of Crabs came up, you leapt at the opportunity. Vengeance, you are sure, will soon be yours. The port of Crabs is haven to every pirate, buccaneer, and freebooter who ply their trade off the coast of the kingdom of Rattlestone in the old world. As you stand at the prow of the merchantman, looking towards the land, you can make out the ramshackle jumble of buildings of the infamous city and the outline of the old fort that stands above it, like some ancient crumbling sentinel. By the way, these games seem like they're not expensive. All the locked ones, it looked like they were just like $3.99, somewhere around that range. So just get the ones you want. The merchantman bumps against the stone jetty and quickly disembark. Not only is the port of Crabs one of the most dangerous cities in the old world, but a thick fog is starting to roll in from the sea. It is late afternoon on a chill day on a month of unlocking, and the docks are bustling with activity. Standing close to the quarry side is a large old stone building, which looks like it could withstand a battering from Haidana, god of the deep himself. Hanging over its sturdy oak door is a faded sign declaring that this is the Jolly Roger. Okay, is there like boat sounds or water sounds? Okay. I think that is good. This seems as good a place as any to begin your search for Cinnabar, so you enter the inn. It is an inn now, so now I have to... Okay. The spacious bar inside the Jolly Roger is packed with all manner of scurvy-looking sailors and other lowlifes. The landlord is as big as an ox and has large anchor tattooed on one arm. No one takes any notice of you as you enter, so you approach the bar and order a tankard of ale, costing 1 gold piece. You decide to question the landlord about Cinnabar first. Over your tankard of ale, I just drank it and put it down. You talk about the weather and the state of trade, and then draw the innkeeper onto the subject of the pirate you seek. I hear the Virago, it must be the ship, huh? I hear the Virago plies these waters, you say. I'm surprised we weren't attacked ourselves. Not anyone it doesn't, the landlord replies. Have you not heard? Cinnabar has been dead these last 6 months. Cinnabar dead? You have come all this way, after years of harboring desires for revenge, only to find that the dead pirate lord has already passed from this world. You ask the landlord how he died. Have you not heard? I would have thought that everyone as far as the Diamond Islands would know by now. It all happened last hiding. You listen attentively as the innkeeper relates the tale. It appears that Cinnabar and his crew were emptying the hold of a galley sailing from Harabnab to Arkleton. Okay. In distant Analand, when the renowned bounty hunter Conan caught up with them in a ship, the Fortune. Okay. The rolling of the dice, is that? Was that part of the music? Okay, I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Unable to escape, Cinnabar and his men had to defend themselves against the crews of the galley and Conan. Fierce fighting ensued, with Cinnabar eventually falling at Conan's hand, having suffered an incredible number of wounds, his body being lost to the sea. With their leader killed, the surviving members of his crew fled aboard the Virago, returning to the Port of Crabs. Soon after, Cinnabar's second-in-command, Mirel the Red, set off in the Virago amid terrible storms, purportedly to recover her captain's body. Many now believe that the pirate lord's galleon sank as it has not been seen since, the landlord says, concluding his story. You thank him for his help, and in a bewildered daze, you make to leave the inn. You console yourself with the thought that at least the murderer of your family has at least... The hell? What is that? Is that how you also turn the page? Oh shit, it is. That at least the murderer of your family has at last been brought to justice. As you leave the Jolly Roger, you feel someone pulling on your jerkin. Turning around, you discover that an old drunk slumped at a table by himself is the one trying to attract your attention. Just because he's dead doesn't mean he's at rest, mutters the drunk. Ooh, he's like a ghost, a vengeful spirit or something. Curious about the drunk's words, you sit down opposite the old man and ask him what he means. Let's just say you don't want to go believing everything you hear. But I know what's going on. Oh yes, old Dreg knows. Cinnabar isn't really dead, see? And he's coming back, the old man says in a harsh whisper. Intrigued, you press Dreg to tell you more, but he suddenly becomes serious and looks around the barroom. Uneasily, exactly like Choose Your Own Adventure. You see that? Uneasily. Well, uneasily. Yeah. I wish there were more pictures, though. Were there other pictures and I just missed it? Now turn over. Oh, here. Speaking of pictures. Look at that. Tendrils of fog are now swirling around the boats. That's a forest. I see tundra. I thought I saw one where... Stalking danger. Okay, let's go with that. Tendrils of fog are now swirling around the boats in the harbor and oozing along the streets of town. I dig this game. It's like I have control over what kind of music I want. When the 10 minutes are up, you quickly return to the Jolly Roger and sneak down the side alley next to it. In the mist and shadows at the end of the narrow alleyway, you can make out 3 figures, and there they are. standing over a fourth, cowering on the ground at their feet. Wasting no time, you draw your sword and dash towards them. Hearing your approach, the three pirates turn to face you. These are pirates? They look, I guess they are. I mean, they look like an, well, this is, who knows? This is like a fantasy world, right? So these could be like an orc pirate, and gnomes and stuff, and a dwarf. The burly characters are ugly, scarred rogues, and the biggest of them, who is easily wielding a heavy wooden club in one hand and holding a bullwhip in the other. Wow. Looks as if he has some ogre blood in his lineage. An ogre, yeah. As pirates' feet lies, at the pirate's feet lies Dreg, beaten, bruised, and only just conscious. Oh. Here's the snooper, growls the half-ogre. You're no match for us. By the time we've finished with you, you'll be feeding the shrimps, or rather the shrimps will be feeding on you. The other pirates burst into coarse laughter at their companion's joke. Yeah, you're fish bait. Still laughing, the ruffians advance towards you. Apart from the half-ogre, there is a well-built bearded man, missing most of his teeth, and a leaner rogue with two ugly red scars running down the right-hand side of his face. You may be about to engage in your first fighting fantasy battle. Would you like to know more about how combat works? No. I think I get it. I just want to do it. How will you deal with the ruffians stepping menacingly towards you? To charge one of the pirates, turn to 357. Oh, this really is based off a book. It's just literally like maybe a one-for-one book transfer, onto PC. Because you can tell, because it's telling you to turn to these pages, this is, how big is this book? 350. If you want to stand firm and prepare to fight the rogues, 74, or to try and escape by running back along the alleyway, to page 135. I feel like I'm outmatched. I'll try to escape. Let's play it safe. It might be like cowardly, but you turn on your heels and run. You hear a sharp crack behind you and then find yourself falling forwards as the half-orc's whip, yeah, I had a feeling, around your ankles, and your feet are pulled from beneath you. You lose 2 stamina and 1 luck point for being so cowardly. In an instant, the pirates are on you. It's time to fight. If you win, turn to page. If you lose, oh boy, it's time to fight. Okay, let's do it. First pirate, stamina 4, skill 7, fight. Let's fight. Okay, like I lost a luck and I lost a stamina point. Oh, you hit me. Okay. Okay, I don't want to be using too much luck. You have defeated first pirate. Now you must face second pirate. Okay, this is easy. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's really good. So it's taking the highest ones, right? I am triumphant. I didn't have to run. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder than what it was. Yeah, I won. Of course. Dropping his whip, the half-ogre moves in to attack you with his club. This is a very fun game, guys. Get ready to fight. You be killed out. Okay. This guy's gonna be tough. It's not so tough. Okay. It's adding my skill. Okay. Yeah, I get it. So whatever I roll, it adds to 12, which is my skill. The last of the pirates falls, and with some relief you sheath your sword. It looks as if the pirates have beaten Dreg within an inch of his life, and he is failing fast. You do your best to make the old man comfortable, and he opens his eyes. I feel ashamed for running, but I mean, I thought maybe I could run away and, you know, get some sort of better position to you know, attack with advantage or something, or flank them or something, but you know, it didn't go that route. Thanks, stranger, he gasps, but I'm a goner now. They're up to something, you know. You ask him who he's talking about. Cinnabar's crew, the pirates of the Black Skull. Looking at the hands of Dreg's assailants, you see that each bears the tattoo of a grinning black skull. I've seen them meeting up again round the taverns in the city. Silas Gallows, Keelhaul Jack, Old Crivens, even Malu, the witch doctor. They're planning something, all right. I'll be ending this shortly. Rumor says Mirel the Red found Cinnabar's body, and that he's not rightfully dead, but he's not rightfully alive either. See? It's all that voodoo and black magic they meddle in. Not right, isn't it? I've heard tell that they're planning something big tonight. You'd think old Snide and the guard would be looking into it. Truth be told, no one's been able to locate their hideout. Dreg coughs weakly. He's coming back. We'll all be doomed, stranger. Beware the Black Skull. Bloodbones is coming back. And then he is gone. Laying the old man down, you ponder his last words, or what your next action should be. So Cinnabar is not really dead. In that case, you may still have a chance for revenge. But what did Dreg mean when he said that Cinnabar is not really alive either? Well, obviously he's undead. Dreg has given you several clues about your enemy, and where you should start your search for him, and it seems that time is of the essence if you want to stop the pirates of the Black Skull. He gave me clues. Planning something big tonight. Okay. Yeah. Coming back. The old man mentioned that the pirates of Black Skull were gathering around in the port of Crabs, so they may have a hidden base somewhere in the city. But of course, at present, you have no idea where it may be. Ah, okay. This, okay, is a good place to save it here. Before leaving Dreg, you search the bodies of his assailants for further clues. You find nothing helpful, but you do discover that one was carrying a bottle of rum. Drinking the rum will restore 4 stamina points. I love it. You now have 6 options available to you. Okay, this is a most excellent place to place the bookmark. Your position has been saved. To reload this position, just tap the bookmark button from the menu at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, okay. Very cool. Okay guys, I hope you all enjoyed. I can highly recommend this game. I'll say I can recommend it to anyone, but I will very highly recommend it to anyone who is a fan of choose your own adventure books, endless quest books, time machine, Zork, and all those type of choose your own adventure type books, which I cannot remember what that dungeon one was, and I wish I could find that book. It's somewhere. But anyways, do check it out. Do get the freebie. It's not a demo. It's just this Bloodbones game that you get free. And then all the other ones, all the other stories are just add-ons, you know. So you can't go wrong. Okay, so hope you all enjoyed. And again, watch back at the beginning the people I shouted out. And their links will be down below. So please check them out, subscribe to them. Thank you. Okay.